All right, how's it going, YouTube? It's the Bass Boss. Um, Back again with another video. I'm gonna predict the World Cup for 2026. I actually did the scores for the group matches uh, about a month ago, and I'm just now posting this, and I'm gonna kind of react to my knockout stage matchups and then yeah, predict the winner of the World Cup. So let's get right into it. So Group A, I kind of got a little bit of an upset going on here. I know the World Cup is unpredictable, but I feel like Mexico, for whatever reason, I know they're at home. They could be underwhelming, and I do see like the European club, the Czech Republic. I think they can beat them potentially, provide that upside. Um, I do have Korea being first. Like I'm a little surprised myself looking at it, but I see the goal difference um, is better for them compared to Czechia, and then I see South Africa also being underwhelming. But Mexico, I do have being one of the best third place teams. So let's move on to. So we got Group B. I'm gonna Let's try to show it to you better here. So we have Switzerland, Bosnia, Canada, Qatar. I do think it's going to end in this order, purely because Switzerland, super consistent, great defense, great midfield, can definitely bully a lot. I mean, all of these other teams. Bosnia beating Italy, my team. I have full respect for them, and I feel like this group is very doable for them, and I only think they would just lose to Switzerland. Canada again, another of the host nations where I think they'll be underwhelming, but this is a more doable group than last World Cup, and I can see them getting a win at least against Qatar, and Qatar is going to be underwhelming. Sorry, and just not providing much danger attacking wise. So I'm going to have these, and Canada also is a best third place team. So Group C, we're going to have, let's see here. Group C, we got Brazil, Morocco, Scotland, Haiti, and I think it's going to end in that order. I do think Scotland will somehow, like, kind of an upset, but I think they could, like, tie against Brazil. Something about just that unpredictability. I think uh, Brazil against European teams, it can be a little bit complicated. And I think Scotland may try to play super defensively in this match, not try to let Brazil get in their way. So I say it maybe not so boring, but like 0-0, but entertaining, you know? So I think Haiti is going to be kind of the punching bag of this group. I hope they do well, but their group is so difficult. And then Morocco, just amazing African team. I mean, possibly the best one, them or Senegal. And I do think Brazil is going to be fired up to do better than they have been the last couple World Cups. And you know, I think they're going to live up to their hype, beat Morocco, but very close. But still, Morocco is going to be really good to go through. And then Scotland is actually going to be another one of the best third place teams. So moving on, we got USA, Turkey, Australia, Paraguay, and I do see Turkey being the top. I mean, they have really exciting talent: Arda Güler, Kenan Yildiz, amazing midfield. And against all these other teams, the midfield matchup, it's gonna be nice to see if they can be like really smooth, flowing, consistent. But we know Turkey can be a little bit iffy at times. I think in this World Cup though, there's gonna be just that raw talent and that could push them through this group. I think USA obviously a bit underwhelming in recent times, but home turf. I mean, what else can you say? It's USA. It's gonna be. They pretty much always get through the group stage at a World Cup. So Yeah, I have them. I have them being in second. Paraguay, I think people underrate them a bit. They uh, are super consistent defensively, super solid, and the qualifiers I saw that um, they were definitely solid against the top South American teams, pretty much not conceding that many goals as well. And I do think this group is pretty evenly matched to where I do think they can squeeze out a win, but the other two games are going to be pretty close. And I think Australia, not so much a punching bag, but it's like it's some team has to come in last. I think that recently they're not the most intimidating, strongest, but they can definitely upset somebody in this group. I hope they prove me wrong. But yeah, moving on to the next group, we got. Okay, this is going to be a little bit of a shocker, even for me when I first was doing the scores and everything. So we have Ecuador, Germany, Curacao, Ivory Coast. I think Germany again in this World Cup, they're gonna start off pretty slow. I mean, they're gonna most likely destroy Curacao. No, Curacao just debuting for the first time, and they're the smallest nation, I believe, to qualify. I just think Germany would be too strong, even if Curaçao's like fired up for their first World Cup. I think against Ecuador and Ivory Coast, there's gonna be some defensive masterclass by the other teams that I think Germany's not gonna be comfortable in a way. So to me, and I even have them losing to wait, who do I have them losing to? I have them losing to Ivory Coast. I wouldn't be surprised if they lost to like Ecuador or something because it could be they could just concede a goal and then uh, the other team just goes park the bus against them. But again, like last World Cup, I thought Japan was going to do well in the group with Germany, and sure enough, that happened. I think Germany in the group stage has been super iffy. Uh, but yeah, Ecuador super solid defensively. Like I don't see more than two goals in any of their matches. But if they win, it's going to be 1-0, and I see 1-0 that I put 1-0 Curacao against Curacao, and then Curacao. Obviously, I just think they're a little bit more of a punching bag in this group as well, debutants. But I think it's gonna be really tough for them. Ivory Coast, like I said, I think they are also solid defensively, solid African nation, and I think they're gonna do some upsets in this World Cup. Like this group is gonna be fiery. Like there's gonna be much attacking, uh, but more defense probably, but against a Germany or an Ecuador, I think they can be fired up. I mean, they haven't been in the World Cup since I believe 2014, so they're gonna want to have a strong start to this World Cup. Okay, moving on. Group F, we have Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, Tunisia, and Sweden obviously qualifying. Uh, Ironically, after barely scoring any points in their qualifying group and just based off of their Nations League um, success. But it's great to see that they've been picking back up their form, and Jokeres and well, obviously Isak and Kulusevski, they can come back hopefully, and but Gyökeres doing wonders for the national team recently, and I believe he scored 6 goals in the playoffs. So very dangerous team. I do think that there are two other stronger teams. I think Japan super consistent, and we have seen time and time again they can. I mean, they've even beaten Brazil, they've beaten England at Wembley. This team is no joke. I mean, I would be surprised if they choke this. Maybe there's more pressure now that we've been seeing their performance recently. But I do think against these teams, we know that they are definitely dark horses for this World Cup. And I do see them being consistent against teams like Netherlands and Sweden. Netherlands, I do think very strong team. midfield um, and attack options are incredible, and I mean, Gakpo is going to be a star for them for sure. I think Xavi Simons is injured; he's not going to be playing, but there's definitely backups for those midfield options. And then Tunisia, I don't really know that much about them, but they compared to the other teams, it's like again, one team has to be last. I think for now they haven't really been showing super consistent results, at least against big teams. So I have Japan topping the group. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Netherlands than Japan, but I think Japan is just way more consistent right now. So yeah, we'll go next group. This is the group where I have no idea what could happen because it could be really even. Um, but based off the scores that I've given them, um, we have Belgium, Iran, New Zealand, and Egypt that I've organized in that way. I do think Belgium on paper has to win this group. If they don't, they really, really have to reflect on that if they're in the knockouts because Doku, an aging De Bruyne, but he's quality nonetheless. Um, Courtois in goal, and they have kind of a different defense than before. But their midfield, their attack should be too dangerous for the other teams to handle. They should be scoring and winning all three games. Iran, I know they have a pretty quality attack as well compared to the other two teams below them, and I think they can do the business. Lose to Belgium, I do have them in a close match against Belgium, but yeah, and the other games could be close, but they just edge through and get second place. New Zealand and Egypt, I know. Uh, well, Egypt with Mo Salah, Marmoush. That could be a wrong prediction because they are really good. They have really good quality. It's just the rest of the team. Not sure how they're going to be performing against the likes of New Zealand, Iran. But yeah, New Zealand and Egypt, I believe they will be the last two, and actually not no one. New Zealand wouldn't qualify for the next round in third place. Okay, Group H. Okay, this one another upset that I it could be controversial for sure. For some reason, because I know the drama with Uruguay's coach and the players, I feel like there's gonna be some mentality um, to Uruguay that's not gonna be necessarily healthy in these games, and I do have them beating Cape Verde, but for whatever reason, I'm calling an upset where Saudi Arabia actually beats Uruguay. Just because I really want upsets to happen, and I think in this group something's gonna happen, and Uruguay is gonna be confident, but I think with the coaching mishaps recently, I don't know. Like I think Saudi Arabia can pull a Argentina victory like from last World Cup and do something against Uruguay. I don't think they'll do anything against Spain though. I do think Spain's definitely going to be literally one of the favorites to win the whole thing. So I have Spain, then Saudi Arabia, then Uruguay, Cape Verde. Also debutant. Not sure how they're going to handle this. I mean, I do have them getting a draw against Saudi Arabia, and but I hope they have a better start to the World Cup than what I've predicted. Okay, almost there. Group I, pretty much the group of death. I want to say France, Senegal, Norway, Iraq, and I have it in that order. France, I think everyone's gonna have the expectations of them. I think they will deliver. Um, I'm not gonna think they're gonna choke or whatever. I think Their depth is insane. They're gonna have Mbappe. They're gonna have Dembele. They're gonna have all. I mean, Olise is killing it up with is tearing it up with Bayern. I mean, this team is just stacked. I mean, they are one of the favorites for the World Cup as well. I think they may run into some difficulties against the other teams, but even if it's a narrow victory, I think they will still have a victory against all of them. I think Senegal. So Senegal winning the Afcon. Well, controversially, they are runners up now, but I do think that they are going to beat. Let's see. Yeah, I think they're going to beat Norway. I think. Well, Sadio Mane. I mean, we love to see him, and he'll actually be in this World Cup. Legend for Senegal. We'll love to see how the team dynamic works out in this group. But yeah, I do see Norway being underwhelming, so to speak. I feel like we are hyping, everyone's hyping them up, and I mean, I do rate them, and purely because they beat Italy twice, I of course I have to respect that. And Holland is one of the best strikers in the world. I do think for whatever reason, all that hype and the fact that Norway's in the World Cup after since 1998, I want to say that it's gonna be pretty much a fresh new team that has never seen World Cup football experience, and I think it may get the better of them, but they're gonna still put up a fight, so they're gonna get third. Iraq is kind of the punching bag again. I'm using that word a lot, but I do think this is a really tough group. If Iraq get at least third, I'm gonna be just respect to Iraq. Okay, so we're gonna have, yeah, Argentina, Austria, Algeria, Jordan. I think this group was very straightforward. I think Argentina, World Cup champions. I mean, need I say more? Austria, pretty consistent team. Got first place in their Euros group last Euros with France, Netherlands, and Poland. I mean, that's an incredible achievement as well. And I think Austria midfield is amazing, and they're going to be just kind of being able to attack the Algeria Jordan uh, type teams. Not against Argentina. I think they're going to be just a little bit short, but Austria strong team. Algeria, I do see. I mean, I did have them on the same points as Austria, so but yeah, Algeria I think will turn some heads a little bit. They're gonna be a bit consistent. They're gonna obviously I say beat Jordan, but I think there's a potential to, because yeah, there can always be like a surprising result, and they could tie Austria. So I have that going there. All right. Okay, Portugal, Colombia, Uzbekistan, DR Congo. I do have some pretty close matchups actually. Obviously, I kind of have Colombia and Portugal tying. It can go either way, really. But I think Portugal's team is just so stacked right now that it'll be um, overwhelming for the other two teams. And I know Uzbekistan is really good defensively. However, I mean, the attack is just going to be able to break that defense down. Um, th- those uh, those top two teams are going to really bully the other defenses. Colombia, Luis Diaz. We have Rios and James Rodriguez in his last tournament, and I believe the last Colombian national team appearance he'll have. So he's going to be really fired up to kind of recreate that 2014 vibes. Um, so yeah, Uzbekistan, I see being pretty good defensively. Maybe not so much in the attack. I do have them drawing against Colombia. I think because of the defense and potentially getting a late goal tie the game. So I do see a couple draws here, and same with DR Congo. I think also defensively good, but the teams are just too strong in this group that they're gonna slip at one point. So this is my group K, and then the last group before the knockout predictions: England, Croatia, Ghana, Panama, and I have it in the same exact order. However, Panama, they could do something in that Ghana game, so that's why I have them tying against Ghana. England just too strong for the other teams. I want to say Croatia. I know people underrate them at tournaments, but obviously they go far. They can go pretty really far. Got third place, or second place, third place, the last two World Cups. Um, so yeah, they're really consistent. So they should get out of this group. But I think against this England team, I think they lose that one. Not by much though. But England, I mean, we got Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham, Harry Kane, Cole Palmer, I guess. No, Phil Foden, um, Rashford coming back into his like prime. Um, really just overall solid team. I mean, what else can you say about England? Um, Ghana, don't know too much about them, but yeah, it's just the quality of the other two teams. Panama not having that much experience against these top teams. Uh, I believe they may get thrashed if anything, but yeah, those are my controversial predictions. But it's the World Cup, so we're gonna get right to the knockouts. So this is my first time reacting to my knockout predictions. Let's see here. All right. Let me just make sure I'm recording. Okay. All right. So let's see how we do this. So we got. Oh yeah, and I already set up the best third place teams, so everything should be chill with that. Ivory Coast, Paraguay. Now I kind of said I did say I rate Paraguay. I think I think their midfield is gonna be really good at kind of just breaking loose. I mean, not that it would be the only factor, but I think Paraguay wins this one. France, Sweden. I think Sweden's attack can only do so much, but the rest of their team has to cope with France's attack, and I do not know if Sweden's going to be able to do it. It may be close, but it could be like a 2-0 to France. Okay, moving on, we got Czech Republic, Bosnia. And it's like I respect Bosnia even more, considering they beat Italy. Destroyed Italy with in the stats. I believe so. And I mean, yeah, no, definitely they destroyed Italy in those stats. Obviously, I can't base it off one game, but I think the the pride of this country going into this World Cup. I don't know. I just maybe they have a little run here. Maybe they have a little run. Bosnia. Oops, I zoomed in too much. Okay, Bosnia beats Czechia. Japan, Morocco. I mean, I would definitely 100% try to watch this game live. I mean, on TV, because everything be hella expensive. But I don't know. Like, I know Japan lost last World Cup, really close game against Croatia. Mm, it's like, is it a curse for them? Like the first knockout round to be losing against Morocco. I just see this Japan team doing something better. I mean, they're gonna reach the same stage as last World Cup, but I think this is gonna be a statement win, considering they got first in their group. What I predicted. Colombia, Croatia. I think Colombia may the hype may die down. I feel like Croatia is going to be more compact, more. I mean, they're definitely more experienced in the knockout stages of recent times, or getting into the later stages of the tournament. I think Colombia just halts right here. Their run kind of stops right here. Spain, Austria. I think Spain has just got way too much firepower against this Austrian team. Lamine Yamal, um, let's see, Gavi, Pedri. I mean Pedri, yeah, Pedri, and just yeah, overall very technical team. I think they can dance around the Austrian defense like nothing. So we'll see. But Turkey, Canada, but they're in U.S. They're going to be in the U.S. So it kind of isn't a home game, but I guess technically you would say maybe Canadians. A lot of Canadians are going to be there, but Turkey, I just think their attack is going to be too much. Like it could be a close game, maybe to penalties, but yeah, I'm thinking about all the consistency of the individual players, and I just think it's too much, and this host goes down first. So Belgium, Mexico, and they recently played a friendly. Um, it was a draw. I think I'm trying to think if Mexico have to face them again. I think Belgium's midfield. I mean, I'm just thinking about Doku. I mean, it's probably not. I can't rely solely on one player, but man, that guy is like tremendous for the national team. I truly, I think another one of the hosts goes down early. I think another one of the hosts goes down early. Brazil, Netherlands. Now, I know people have predicted this matchup to happen. A lot of people say Brazil. I mean, it's just something in my head. I'm just like, I think Netherlands is going to prove a point here. To, I mean, they nearly beat Argentina last World Cup. I remember predicting they would beat Argentina last World Cup in that knockout game. Very close. It's like Brazil coming into the World Cup, not in the best form. I do have them like flawless in the group stage. I think there could be some confidence that the Netherlands is going to punish them for. I think Netherlands is going to just edge them out. It could be penalties, but this is a historic matchup. I mean, I'd love to see it. And Netherlands has gotten the best of them in on maybe half of the time. I mean, most recently they did beat Brazil, 2014, but yeah, it's a different time. But I think Netherlands is gonna be more compact. We'll see. Ecuador, Senegal. Now, just purely based off attack. I mean, so Ecuador's defense against Senegal's attack is pretty much this whole game, and I know Senegal beat Ecuador last time they played last World Cup. I think it's going to end in the same story. I mean, I'm really getting South American teams knocked out, aren't I? I really am. I don't know. I'm just it's just a feeling that Senegal is going to actually do well in this World Cup. Korea, Scotland, really exciting for both teams fans if this happens. Like one of your one of these teams guaranteed round of 16, and like both teams which with a pretty doable matchup either way, I would say. Um, Korea, Scotland. I just think Scotland has got a little bit. I mean, they got a better midfield. They got a better midfield. They have potential to be scoring some really good goals, long distance goals. Um, but yeah, I see that happening. I see them beating Korea. England, Norway. Now this is, I mean, yeah, this would be something, another game to watch for sure. All of these matchups are insane. I mean, I think I would have to go England. They're just experienced and just stacked. I think Holland, he knows everyone. He's going to know every player very well. But it's just there's only so much you can rely on one or two people and Odegaard, or one or two people to do against England. But England is just super strong, super strong. Argentina, Saudi Arabia. Imagine absolute cinema. Saudi Arabia beat Argentina again. I don't think they're gonna make the same mistake. That's just a 1 in a million type game for me. Argentina wins. USA Iran gonna break the history books. Like U.S. history is gonna be totally rewritten based off this match. No, but I think in terms of today's performances, like just modern era right now, I'm gonna say USA beat Iran. That'd be quite a matchup right there. Let's see. Switzerland, Algeria. I rate Switzerland a lot. I think they're just gonna be super uh, well midfield wise and obviously attacking wise. I think they are superior. So they are gonna go through against Algeria. Portugal, Germany, man, that would be amazing to watch. I think Germany's underwhelming performance in the group stage is gonna come back to haunt them. Um, I think Portugal wins that. Okay, so moving on, round 16, Paraguay, France. I think Paraguay's run ends here. France is just gonna be way too dangerous. I think they're gonna cut through that right through that Paraguayan defense. Yeah, it's. I think that's it. It could be by 1 goal, but I think France is just going to have too much of the possession to be worried by Paraguay here. Bosnia versus Japan, man, it's like both of these teams. I have them going on pretty good runs here. I think experience may prevail over Japan here, so I'm gonna, or it may prevail for Japan here. I think Japan gets through against Bosnia. Croatia, Spain, a classic matchup in recent times. I remember the 5-3 at the Euros in 2021. Right now, it's just I just don't see Spain uh, like losing gas or whatever. How do you say that? Yeah, breaking from here. I think Croatia had a decent run beating Colombia. I just think Spain's is just going to be way too much. Turkey, Belgium. Now, do I go for quote unquote upset with Turkey? Because I feel like Turkey on paper is a little bit the underdog, obviously. Yeah, it's like, do I rate Belgium that much to like? I mean, let's see, Turkey. I think Belgium is gonna have some good experience, like getting through the group and beating the host last game. I mean, Turkey did beat the host. I think Belgium. I think Belgium have had a pretty easy run so far. They've been not having the strongest of opponents, but I think Belgium they're gonna be too good for Turkey. I'm just gonna say that. Netherlands, Senegal, super interesting. Yeah, it's like what would I see happening here? I mean, I'm sure some of these matches could go to penalties. Um, I'm gonna go for a Netherlands win on penalties. Uh, just I don't see like I see promising performance from this Dutch team and Senegal Senegal's firepower is not going to be enough against Van Dijk. No, yeah, but no, I think the defense will help carry them through to this quarterfinal. Scotland, England, what a classic! I mean, in today's game, I mean England just have the firepower against Scotland. Let's be real. Argentina, USA. I'm afraid the American dream run is going to run out here. Argentina is just going to be way too strong against a pretty inconsistent USA team. You never know what version you're going to get of USA. But no, Argentina's not going to make any jokes about this. They're going to win this. Switzerland, Portugal. Now it's like, do I do Portugal? I mean, it's like Portugal, incredible players. I mean, the squad. I mean, squad depth really good. They're gonna have Ronaldo. He may not play, but I mean, having him on the sidelines at least is gonna provide that passion for this team. But we know Nuno Mensch, um, Vitinha, Rafael Leao, very skilled players who've won European football championships. Um, Against a Switzerland who has upset people. Like, do I go? It's like I last World Cup though. I know Portugal beat them like 6-1. So it's like, I don't know if we'd see that again. But just based off of the quality of the players, it's like Switzerland. I want to say play more as a team, but individually, oh man, I think it's written in the stars that everyone just has an Argentina Portugal. I think that'll happen. I think that'll happen. Yeah. I think Switzerland, it'll be very close, but I do think there's, I mean, do I have like upsets? It's like, would I do the upset? That is the question though. That is the question. Cuz Portugal has not been good in the knockout stages as well, like recently. Like not too crazy in the knockout stages. But it's like, if they can beat Germany, do they beat Switzerland? I think Portugal is going to have too much against. Yes. Yeah. Okay. We're going to move on. Quarterfinals, France, Japan. Oh, man. I mean, France have just so much experience in recent times at this late stage. Um, Japan, I don't think they've ever gotten this far in the World Cup. So, would be a new, would be a change of scenery for sure. Um, I do think I just think France has too much. It's going to be too much for Japan. Spain, Belgium, like, I think, yeah, Belgium has kind of had an easy road. Not, I mean, not too crazy, but or it's sort of difficult. But I think Spain is going to be the ultimate test, and I think they fall against Spain. Netherlands, England. Oh my gosh, am I just like going crazy with Netherlands? Do I see them beating England? I think England's been pretty, like, obviously I rate their team. I know recently they haven't been playing necessarily the best, but do I base it off of recent friendlies? Not sure. I think there's definitely a case for Netherlands, but like England, it's like England has been in the finals like like of the last two Euros. Just they keep like falling short to a France or a Spain or something like that. And it's like, dude, I think Netherlands. I think like I guess I'm calling the Netherlands to have a dream run. Yeah, like just bring them back to 2010. We're just gonna have all these retro vibes. Argentina, Portugal. Like, call me crazy, but I think Portugal being this far and facing an Argentina who, to be fair, Argentina would not have. Argentina, I'm giving them an easy path. They haven't really faced that much difficult opposition. I think Portugal, I think this is their time to like dethrone Argentina. Right now, right now maybe not, But I think if this moment comes, there's going to be just some piece of magic where we're going to see Portugal actually beating the defending champions. And there we have it. So we have France, Spain, and Netherlands, Portugal. Wow. I think right now, oh man, I'm not sure. It's like I'm would I be saying Spain goes through? Like would France reach another final in a row against this Spain? I I think just I think it's going to be different. I think Spain is going to be super consistent. Definitely the favorite, one of the favorites to win. Netherlands, Portugal. It's like I truly want to put man, that would be crazy. Have like a 2010 repeat. I think I think Portugal reached the final. I think there's just the quality of that midfield and attack. I think it's gonna be too much for Netherlands. Um, Spain, Portugal, and yeah, this would be like Ronaldo's last dance. Obviously, do I see it written in the stars to have Portugal win just as a revenge over Messi? Mm, I don't. I think Spain is too strong. I think Spain is way too strong. I'm gonna have Spain winning this World Cup 2026, and yeah, it's gonna be a pleasure to watch all these games for sure. I'm gonna definitely try to stay tuned for that. But yeah, I will try to potentially once all the group stage is done, make an updated knockout prediction. But this is the real OG prediction that I'm gonna base off at the end of the tournament. So thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you. You let me know your comments about any of the picks that I made or like what you would change. But yeah, we all love here. So I mean, I know I made some controversial calls, but it's the World Cup, man. Let's just enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.